Dating is Hard podcast. I'm your host, Joe Welkie. For everything you need to know about the show, you can go to datingishardcomedy.com, follow the Instagram at datingishardcomedy, and you can follow me on Instagram at Joe Welkie. That's where I post all the updates for this show. If you want to contact the show, you can send an email to datingishardcomedy@gmail.com, or you can go to the website. There's a contact page on there. If you could please subscribe, like, rate, and review, give this bad boy 5 stars. That'd be awesome. If you are enjoying the show, tell a friend. If you're not enjoying the show, shut the fuck up. Don't tell a soul about that. Please take that shit to your grave. Yeah. I'm happy to be getting back into the swing of things with this show. What the show's all about is I talk to complete strangers that I meet through dating apps, and I get to hear they get to share their experiences in the dating world and all the weird and crazy shit that goes on with that. So, without further ado, I'd like you all to enjoy my chat with Melissa. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dating is Hard podcast. I'm your host, Joe Welkie. This is great because it's a normal episode for me, because what the purpose of this show was I'm going to be interviewing strangers that I meet through dating apps that I have no prior connection to, and we can finally do that again with this coronavirus shit that's like opening stuff up. It's getting a little less restricted right now. I feel like there's going to be another shutdown coming on, so I got to jam all of these fucking podcasts in as much as I can. But met this lovely young woman through Bumble. Welcome to the show, Melissa. Melissa, thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you so much.
We got connected through Bumble. How is Bumble treating you?
Bumble sucks.
That's the overwhelming response from the people that I've met through Bumble. Everybody hates Bumble.
Everybody hates Bumble. I'm telling you, like, apps are like what makes sane people crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Because people don't look like their pictures, or they take their picture and they like find the most bizarre spot on their body to take the picture so they don't look like their picture anymore. They're like, here is a glamour shot of my fucking chin and jaw. And you're like, okay, that guy kind of looks like a decent person. And then they'll take a picture of the other side of their chin and jaw. You're like, okay, they look like a decent person. And then they'll take an up shot from the down of their chin and jaw. And so you think you have a pretty solid picture of them, right? And then they show up at the location you agree upon, and you're like, well, that looks like their chin and jaw, but the rest of them looks fucking weird. Like, they just look fucking weird.
Are there a lot of, like, from the chest up pictures? Because that's what I find, a lot of women that are, like, trying to hide something. Where it's, like, it's only, like, not even cleavage up. It's just, like, shoulder shot, head shot.
That's a big old red flag for me. I don't even buy
Absolutely,
into that.
dude.
I don't buy into that shit. Yeah, but see, I can tell if they're trying to do some, like, hide me pics. And I'm so super descriptive on my profile. I'm like, I'm a size 12.
This
is like
your
all
profile's
my
like very specific.
Yeah.
Like, all of your interests, all of your hobbies.
Yeah.
You're like giving people. See, this is what I appreciate about that, is you're giving people an in to ask about those things. Mm-hmm. A lot of people don't even have that.
Yeah, no, I want you to know everything about me up front, because here's the thing. It's going to fucking suck if you show up and you're like, you don't look like you're supposed to. And it's going to fucking suck for me, too.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be like, oh, great, I'm on a date I don't want to be on. And I'm like, oh, great, you're on a date you don't want to fucking be on. And then we're both on a fucking date we don't want to be on. Like, there's nothing like being on a date with a really hot guy who's like, I super don't want to be with you. That sucks. So why?
Yeah.
You know? And I don't understand chicks that do that, and I don't understand men that do that. So the thing with men is not the weight thing that the chicks are trying to hide usually. It's the height thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's my fave. And the other one is, there's 3. So it's the height thing, the hair thing,
okay, and
the age thing.
Yeah.
So the guys will do, how tall are you? And I'll be like, I'm 5'6". And they're like, oh, I'm 5'8". And I'm like, with your fucking boots on? We're going to eventually maybe take those off. You might want to reconsider your height while we're still talking.
Can you tell how tall a person is through their pictures, though?
You can. So I do that. I'm an investigator. So I've got my fucking master's degree in social work. I am a professional stalker. Like, that is my fucking job description.
Yeah.
That's what I get paid for. So not anymore, but that's what I used to get paid for.
Yeah.
And so you look in all the group pics, you see how they compare to the other guys. If they've got a picture of them against a door, you see where that door handle is. You want to know where that door handle is compared to them. You look at them in the kitchen, see where they compare to the cabinets. Yeah, you can do a lot of investigating. And chicks out there, do that investigating, ladies. Do that investigating. There's no reason for us to get hornswoggled into dating men we don't want to go on dates with. And the way you get past the hair thing is I always just say, hey, can I have a picture of you right now?
Yeah. Send me a selfie now.
Send me a selfie now. Which on some...
I think Bumble you can
Bumble
send
you
pictures.
can send pictures.
Yeah.
It's like Hinge and Tinder you can't.
Yeah.
You have to hand over like your number or go through one of the other apps, which I am an anti-snap person.
Well, Hinge now introduced, like, you can do a video call on the app Hinge.
Oh, you can now. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Because of coronavirus.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's very nice of them. Super sweet.
Thanks, Hinge. Good
Thanks,
looking out.
Hinge. Thanks for doing us favors. Yeah, so those are the things that I insist on before I meet up with somebody, because that whole taking pictures at fucking weird angles, that's a big deal. The age thing seems to be a big deal with the guys. They come in at those pictures that were taken back in college. Those don't fly now that you're 40. Like, stop it. Quit.
Yeah.
And then they'll say, I know I look young for my age. And I'm like, no, I don't know who the fuck told you.
Years ago.
Exactly. Like, I don't know what your friends are telling you, but stop, because you're not young for your age anymore. You're only young for your age when you are that age, and these pictures are that age. And then the hair thing, like, I don't care. Just be honest.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you don't care if I have a couple extra pounds, but fucking be honest. Oh, am I allowed to cuss?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I do on this podcast.
Okay, good.
I just cuss all the time.
Good.
It's all good.
So those seem to be the three, like...
Height, age, and hair.
Height, age, and hair, yeah.
Yeah, I would be curious to see, like, how a person hides hair, like, if they're bald. Is it just really old pictures? Or
no,
it's like
they do a lot of
hat?
hats.
Yeah.
They just do a ton of hats, or there's a lot of dark pictures.
Okay.
Just like a ton of dark pictures. Lots of Vegas pictures with them back in the shadows. Lots of group pictures. That's the other thing.
Dude,
Stop doing fucking 5 group pictures when I only have 5 pictures of you.
Yes.
I don't know which one you fucking are. And I'm probably going to pick your friend.
Yep.
Stop.
I'm not doing detective work to figure out which one of you I'm trying to fuck.
Right? And if you show up at the bar and I don't know which one you are, and you show up and sit down next to me and you weren't the right one, I'm probably going to get up and walk away. I mean, if I picked your friend and you weren't the friend, I don't know what to say. Yeah, it's been a real, and I'm not from here, and so that's made it hard too.
Yeah.
Because I just moved out to LA in August, and LA is such a different fucking animal.
Yeah, do you think people are more honest you're from Denver, right?
Yeah.
Are they more honest on dating apps in Denver? Or
because it's a smaller place, and we'll fucking hunt you down and kill you. Like, bitches be cray, and it's a smaller place, and stalking isn't that hard there.
Yeah.
It's just, we'll fucking hunt you down and kill you if you're being dishonest. And chances are you dated our cousin's best friend's fucking mailman's, dog sitter.
Yeah.
So we probably know who you are somehow.
Yeah.
And if we don't now, we will soon. So it's a little easier to get away with shit in LA than it is in Denver.
Yeah, it's such a big city and expansive. Like, you could be talking to so many people and just not run into somebody that's of the same social circle. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The other thing that's different here is that not nobody. Let me back that truck up.
All right.
A lot of people here don't seem to have hobbies.
Right?
When did hobbies go away?
Dude, I was talking to a woman a while back, and I asked her, like, what does she do after work? And she just was like, I drink.
Yes!
And I was like, that's it?
Yeah, right? Right? So I have had a series of dates where literally the guy would say, I'd be like, so what do you like to do for fun? And he'd be like, I like to go to the beach with my bros. And I had like 5 or 6 dates where that was the answer. And then I'd be like, anything else? And he'd be like, yeah, I like to go to the bar with my bros too. And I was like, fucking get a hobby.
Let me guess where your dates took place, either the beach or the bar.
Yeah, something very close, yeah. I was just blown the fuck away. I was like, do you like reading? Do you ride a bike? Do you anything? Give me something.
Yeah, it's always weird when people like don't have passions outside of like, well, I guess if they are passionate about their job or some shit, like they're like, I'm really like into doing my job, which is like, what a fucking loser, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, if these guys had any kind of a job that had any kind of substance to it, I would be like impressed. But we're talking some, half of the country is below average.
Yes. Yes.
I have apparently been going on dates with that half of the country.
I always talk about that, about how everybody out here thinks that they're like in the scale of 1 to 10, they're like, I'm at least a 6. Like everybody's a 6. It's like, no, there's no way that everyone out here is a 6, because
mathematically,
it's impossible.
Half of the country is below average.
Yeah.
It's mathematically factual.
It's so ridiculous. Like, nobody calls anybody. I have a bit about that in my act where I'm just like, you gotta start telling people, like, you're a 4. I'm sorry.
Right? Yeah, so these people have little to no personality, I found.
Yeah.
Because they don't have anything to talk about, like what they do. And then they'll be like, so what do you do? And I'm like, well, I do autocross, I do stand-up comedy, I do stunt driving, I'm an actor, I do voiceover, I play guitar, I sing, I write music, I just finished a screenplay. That's kind of it.
Yeah.
I mean, I probably do other stuff as well. I mean, I like reading books. I'm not huge on watching movies and television, but I do have to sometimes research roles, so I will do that. I have 3 rats that I'm very, very fond of. They're my kids. Rats.
Like pet rats?
Pet rats. And I like to train them to do little things, and they're soon going to be part of my Instagram, and I'm very excited about that. And these guys are just blown away. Like, I seriously just named off every state and every capital in the United States. They're just like, and I'm like, yeah, that's what hobbies are.
Yeah.
You do them, you get good at them, and you keep doing them.
Yeah.
And you have some kind of level of excitement about them. That's the definition of a fucking hobby.
Yeah,
You should pick one up.
I never understood people that are just like, I go to my job and then I come home and cook and then I eat dinner and then I watch Netflix. I'm just like, there's so much more to life. Like, there's so many things. Like, I hate the fact that I have to sleep because I want to be doing all kinds of other shit.
I know.
It's like sleep seems like such a waste of time to me.
I know. If meth was legal and better for you, I'm telling you, I'd probably do it. But rumor has it it's not very good for you, so
Yeah.
I passed on that. But I know sleep seems like such a waste, and I have so many other things that I want to get done. And people are like, so what have you been doing during COVID? And I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
if you only knew. I've got so much shit on my list and da-da-da-da-da-da. And then I'm like, so what did you do during COVID? And they're like, caught up on some movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, seriously? That's all you fucking did during COVID? You could have learned a new language by now.
I did that push-up challenge for 2 weeks.
I know, right? I'm like, seriously, you had enough time to learn a fucking new language. I think Einstein fucking came up with new theorems by now. Like, seriously? This is what you did, huh? You caught up on a new couple of movies. Wow.
So what do you look for, like, when you're on an app or, like, you're looking to date somebody? Like, what's your type? Do you have, like, certain qualities?
Yeah, I want somebody who's going to cause my life a lot of problems. If they are going to greatly disturb me emotionally and potentially physically, I want them in my life. That seems to be what I look for.
That's based on
somebody
recent...
emotionally disturbing. somebody who could really fuck things up for me. Preferably somebody who's going to require that my therapist be involved approximately 3 times a week following their departure. That
seems to be my quote-unquote type.
Yeah, that's my type. That's my pattern. No, what do I seem to look for? Jesus, if I
people with hobbies, obviously.
People with hobbies. I like people with hobbies. I like people with personality. I think my profile says something like personality must be fire.
Yeah.
And the people that respond to that are like, yeah, my personality is fucking fire. And I'm like, you can't fucking smell personality, dude. You don't know how to spell personality. I like people with personality. I like people who have had life experience. I've had a shit ton of life experience. Like, I've just been through so much, and it shaped a lot of who I am. And so I want somebody who has been through that much. I want somebody who's got aspirations. That's not proper English. Who has aspirations of some sort.
Yeah. Ambitious. An ambitious person.
An ambitious person. You live in the fucking city of angels and the city of dreams. Have a fucking dream.
Yeah.
If you can't attain it at this point, do you have a plan to? Do you ever want to? Is there even something? I've asked so many people, so what is your dream?
Yeah.
What is your dream job? What is your dream to be? What do you want? And there have been so many people that have said to me, I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
that
you are dead
me so
inside.
Yeah.
You are a dead human inside. I don't even know what to say to you right now. Like, I got nothing.
Though I will say that I feel like a lot of people, after a while out here, I could see them giving up on their dream and being a little lost and being like, I don't know, my dream was to do X, and now I'm trying to figure out like what I'm doing with my life. I can understand that. But like
give
people
me
that
that
are
explanation.
like, yeah, but people that are like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like, I get a job and like,
Yeah.
I feed my dog. It's like,
I've been doing the
what?
same job since I was 17, and that's my dream, like, is to just, like, I wish, if that was their dream, I'd actually be on board with that. But this guy was, like, literally, like, I don't have a dream, I don't know, I've never thought about it. And I was like, fucking hey, man,
how do you not think
like,
about
how do you
that?
not think about your dream? And so that was a little hard. And then he literally called me back the next day and is like, I don't think that we're meant to be. And I was like, yeah, I could 10-4, good buddy, over and out. I got you. So, yeah, I understand that people may be lost out here because this place is fucking overwhelming.
Yeah. And it can get really brutal.
Oh,
like,
it's brutal.
Yeah.
I've got some scars,
Oh,
and I haven't been here very long. And I got some scars, and COVID has had no small part of that. But, yeah. I think I also look... Right now, I'm not looking for anything serious.
Yeah.
Like, right now, I'm just looking for some, like... I'm not looking for, like, NSA, no strings attached.
Yeah.
Everybody knows acronyms out here, right?
I don't know. NSA is always one that I see, and then I'm like, NSA? Like the fucking security, national security.
NSA is no strings attached.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for that. That's a hit and run. Or a hit it and quit it, as the kids like to say. That's not fun for me. I was kind of doing friends with benefits for a while, but the problem with friends with benefits is, like, people don't want to be friends. They just want the benefits. They seriously just want to call you up and be like, I want pussy now. I'll be over in 10. Bye. And you're just like, what the fuck? Did I seriously just get that phone call? Like, buy me dinner first. Let's talk. Maybe, like, watch the sunset or something. Could you give me some time to warm up?
That seems a little romantic, though. That seems more than
Okay,
friends.
how about let's just watch the people across the street fucking resod their lawn. Let's do something. Give me some time.
Yeah.
10 minutes and you're coming over? We don't have to watch the sunset. We could just give me something to watch.
Yeah.
I can watch the paint dry on the walls. Just give me some fucking time.
Let's do some commentary on the paint drying.
Let's do some commentary on the paint dry. Something. You're right. Watching the sunset seems a little romantic.
Yeah, you were like, buy me dinner, let's watch the sunset, give me a ring, let's have a ceremony, and then maybe you can have some pussy.
Okay. Let's watch some leaves shake on a tree. Give me 30 minutes to warm up to this concept real quick. Let's grab some food so I'm not completely starving during the act, and then you can have all you want.
Yeah.
But guys are just like, they're just super crass here.
See, I've had the opposite thing happen where I'm like, let's go see a movie or whatever. And like, I'm with a friend. This happened to me, I think about a year ago.
Okay.
I had a girl that I was friends with benefits with. That was like our established thing. And we'd like go to see movies together and shit. And then we'd hook up and then we'd go our separate ways, right? So after a while, it was like she caught feelings. And it was like, well, you're not treating me like a friend with benefits. Like, do you do like all this stuff with your friends? I'm like, yes, I go see movies with my friends. Yes, I go get food with my friends.
Yeah.
I was like, the only thing that is a little bit extra is I don't fuck my friends.
Yeah.
Hence the with benefits.
Right.
And it was like every friend with benefits that I've ever had has ended with that, where it's like, you're not true. Like, this seems like it's more than friends with benefits, but it's like, well, we've already had this discussion, you know? This is what friends do. Like I love my friends, you know?
Yeah.
They're great, and I'd go out and do shit with them.
I've only had that one situation where I caught feelings.
You caught feelings, okay.
That's only the one situation. I've had a couple situations where they caught feelings.
Yeah.
But I'm such a dude in relationships.
It always seems like somebody catches feelings. It's a ticking time bomb until somebody's like banging on your door like, what are we? You know?
That's possible. I don't know. I've had some successful friends with benefit situations.
Yeah.
That haven't necessarily caught feelings, but somebody wanted to keep going with it and the other person wanted to stop. And that's happened a couple times out here where I was like, okay, didn't work out. It was fun, but moving on.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that's hard about the friends with benefits situation is you have to know if you have chemistry. And you can't really find out if you have chemistry until you fuck.
Yeah.
And then by then, it might end up being a no strings attached that didn't work out, gotta go. And by then, one person's going, no, we're going to be friends with benefits, right? And the other person's like, yeah, no, I gotta go.
Yeah.
And that happened a bunch for me. I was just like, yeah, you didn't really pass a test. I don't know how to... I gotta go.
So you're saying like you would propose friends with benefits before you had sex, and then you had sex and it was bad, and you're like, oh fuck.
Well, it said it on my profile.
Oh, okay.
It said it on my profile. So guys were like, can I audition? Can I audition? Can I audition? And I was like, I don't know how to audition you. Oh, how do I audition you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like,
how do you audition
them?
somebody for friends with benefits without the fucking?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just.
And then all of a sudden you're like a total hooah because you're just like fucking everybody to see if they make it into the club.
Yeah.
I had a good stable host for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good stable host.
Man harem.
Yeah, it was a good one for a while, and then I fucked it up because COVID came, and I thought we were going to be in lockdown, so I cut off 2 stables, and then I invited one hoe into my house.
Studs.
Yes.
Studs in the stable.
I cut off 2 of the studs in the stables, sent them away, invited one horse into my house. Don't ever let horses in your house. Ever. It's a bad idea. The horses are not meant to live in your house. That is just a horrible idea. Because for some reason horses think they can still keep fucking other horses in your house.
Oh, wait.
No, he never fucked other horses in my house.
I was like, he just brought a girl to your house and was like, I'm going to be fucking this chick.
I mean, he was still texting other girls, and it was bad.
What happened? You want to go through this?
Oh, man. So I had a good stable of hoes, 3 different guys in my Friends with Benefits collection. And then COVID happened, and we thought it was going to be like a Wuhan situation where like we were locked in our house and we weren't able to get out and see people. And so he was just like, okay, well, let's just kind of move in. Like, I'm just going to bring some stuff and park it at your place. And I was like...
is a strategy. Like, I think in Norway, the government was like, find yourself a sex friend, like 1, maybe 2 people that you're like, you're going to stay sane with just having sex. Yeah. So.
And we were staying sane having sex. It was working out really well on the sex front, but it was not working out well in every other front. He pretty much lost his mind because he lost his job, and he identified really hardcore with his job, but he had a really great job. Yeah. That revolved around people getting together, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And so then he kind of like lost his shit and went down like a dark spiral. And I got really overwhelmed with like a whole bunch of auditions, and I was just getting tons of auditions. I wasn't getting a ton of work, but I was getting a ton of auditions. And he was producing them for me because he's like
self-tapes or something?
Yeah, tons of self-tapes. But he was editing them for me, making sure they were perfect, doing a great job. Set up my studio for me. But man, we did not... He was going down a darker hole, like just not living his life, just living mine, and it didn't go well.
Yeah, that's a fucking bummer.
Yeah.
So your sex friend is kaput.
Kaput.
You backed the wrong pony. So many
Backed
horse references.
Yeah,
Stable,
right.
studs, you backed the wrong pony.
Backed the wrong pony. Yeah. And it took me a long time to find him. Like, I met him in December. I'd only been out here since August, but I went through a lot of dates. And I went through some fucked up dates.
Really? Like
I had a guy, keep in mind, so you see my profile. Do I look like my picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I work very hard to look like my picture. I update those pictures frequently, so I've lost like 40 pounds since I've been out here. Mm-hmm. Those pictures are pretty updated. Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, I had a guy who I was just running around all day that day. And I had just finished my laundry. I just needed to make my bed really quick. And then he was meeting me at my... in front of my apartment building, and then we were going to walk around the block and go to that bar. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, hey, is there any way you can come up and help me make my bed really quick, and then we'll run over to the bar? He came up to my apartment, came into my apartment, and I said, let me just do my lipstick really quick, and then we'll make my bed, and then we'll go. I went into the bathroom to do my lipstick. I came back out, and he was gone.
He was gone?
He was gone.
That's better than what I thought was going to happen.
What did you think?
I thought it was just going to be like naked on your bed or something. Oh. Like his dick out or some shit.
That's a different story. I have a story just like that one.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But he was just fucking gone.
That's crazy.
And I was like, okay, if I didn't look like my picture, that would be something.
Yeah.
But like, I'm super honest about like what size I am. I'm super honest about like what I look like. Super honest about everything. About
Yeah.
I do keep my name covert.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So I go by a shorter name on the dating site.
You have a nickname on the dating site, but I mean,
other than that, and I
crazy.
don't pimp my Instagram on there.
Yeah, dude.
Because I'm not there to fucking pimp my Instagram. I'm there to get a fucking date.
You have no idea how many people are there to pimp their Instagrams. But I'm in there to pimp my podcast, so I can't really complain.
Well, I was gonna say, yeah, you were a different one. I read your profile and I was like, finally something I'm interested in. Oh my God. I don't have to work for this one.
You have no idea how many people are the opposite, where they're like, they swipe on my profile and then I'm like, hey, by the way, did you read my profile? And they're like, oh no, I don't want to do that. I'm like, well then why did you fucking swipe on me, you know?
Oh my God, really?
So many people.
That's weird. Yeah, I read your profile and I was like, oh my God, it's a date I want to go on. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that was the most interesting one. This is the best date I've been on in so fucking long. You have no idea. This isn't even a date, and it's still the best date I've been on in forever.
Well, I'm honored. Thank
you should be. Let's see. So I had another guy who...
So he just dipped.
He just dipped and never fucking talked to me again.
Did you text him afterwards? Or
I
call
did.
him,
I was like, where'd you go?
Huh.
And nothing. Never wrote to me again.
Yeah,
and matched me before he got to the fucking parking lot.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I didn't say anything offensive. I handled them like I do the rest of them, and the rest of them fucking hang around and then some.
Yeah.
I get so many. I got 2 of them today that were like, I didn't think you were going to ghost me. I'm sorry. You thought you were God's given gift to what? Who? What? I'm sorry. Why didn't you think I was going to ghost you? What made you feel so fucking special?
So you're a fan of ghosting, motherfuckers.
I'm not a fan of it, but if it has to happen...
I do it.
If it has to happen, it has to happen. Like,
yeah.
But don't get fucking cocky about it.
Yeah.
Like, I got ghosted, too. I got ghosted by a guy who was way under my pay grade. Like, not under my pay grade in appearance or anything else, just in, like,
Life. Yeah, just
like,
a shitty life.
He was not a great guy.
Why? What happened? What was his
he
deal?
was just like kind of a douchebag all the way around.
Yeah.
And I was just trying to be nice because he started his new job.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, hey, I hope you have a really good first day. That's it.
Nothing.
And nothing.
Wow.
And I was never going to
Ungrateful.
see this guy again. I wasn't going to see him again. I was just trying to be friendly.
Yeah.
Because he didn't seem like he had a lot going for him. But yeah, he ghosted me.
Damn.
I know. I was like, well, isn't that something? Which is fine. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and I'm totally clear on that.
Yeah. Would you rather be ghosted, or would you rather have somebody tell you that you're not their cup of tea?
Oh, good question.
That's why I have the podcast later.
Right. Man, there is a master behind the mic over here, folks. I think I'd rather be ghosted.
Really?
Yeah.
I would much rather be told that I'm not the cup of tea. Because then you know.
I think silence just speaks 1,000 words.
Yeah. I guess so. But it's still, I don't know, man. I just hate it. I hate it. A lot of the people that I talk to on here hate it. But everybody does it still. I try my best not to do it. But sometimes, people, they just don't take the hint.
Here's why. Do you want to know why?
Why?
I'd rather be ghosted? Or I would rather people ghost me? Because did I erase it?
She's looking through her phone right now. I'm guessing
Sorry,
there was
guys.
a very
Yes.
rude text or something.
Horribly rude text. And I think I erased it because it was so rude. Because this guy was like, so you're ghosting me? And I was like, I'm not ghosting you. I just don't think that we're meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not a thing. Or I'm not the girl for you.
Yeah.
That's what I said. And he goes...
That's a soft way to put that.
Yeah. I said, I'm not the girl for you. And he was like... Oh, God, I wish I could remember it all. It was so ridiculous, though. He sat there and argued with me for fucking 20 minutes.
Jeez.
About not being the girl for him. And he was like, well, that's cute. That's what he said. He goes, that's cute. Wow. And I said, excuse me? And he said, self-explanatory. And I was like, okay, well, it's been a pleasure. I hope things work out for you.
Yeah.
I'm extremely diplomatic.
Yeah.
Calling that MSW back up. Extremely diplomatic, okay? But stop being a dick about it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, I said, I hope things work out for you. And then he was like, and why, might I ask, are you not the girl for me or something like that? And I was just like, I think we're both just a little too busy for this right now, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, I texted you, you told me this, da, 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 da. It just went on and on and on. And then just got super rude.
How old was this person?
45.
See, I feel like I was probably like that in my younger days, like when I was like 21. I was just like, what are you talking about? Why not? What's the matter? Like,
yeah.
Now I've kind of just like, okay.
I know, seriously. I was just like, but it's happened a couple times.
I try to be diplomatic about it. Like, if I'm not into the girl, I'm like, hey, I just don't think there's like chemistry here. Like, you're great, but I just don't think like we're together. And so far, I haven't gotten any like fuck yous or anything.
Oh, I've gotten it like,
I'm sure that
there
you get
was
it.
one,
yeah.
two, oh my God, one guy, I was like, I'm seriously blocking you. And if you keep, because like he showed up at my apartment and started like yelling up onto my balcony.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, crazies. Yeah. And I had been seeing him off and on for like 4 months.
Jesus.
4 months. Yeah.
I just don't have that energy anymore.
Right? I was like, I know
that energy.
The pussy's bomb, but dude, you'll find another. I get it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I feel like women experience that a lot more than guys. Like, now if a girl is like, yeah, I just don't see it going anywhere, or like, you're not my cup of tea, I will say, like, if I would really like the girl, I'd say, that's disappointing, but I get it. Like, I'm disappointed. That's a bummer for me, but I get it.
Do you know how many fucking people there are in LA? You might find someone else.
Yeah.
Just like me.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it anymore. Now I'm just kind of like, that's a bummer, but whatever. Life goes on unless we all die from COVID.
Exactly. In which case, I'll still find someone to fuck. Because we'll all have COVID. Even if it's in the emergency room.
So have you had any good dates from dating apps or recently?
Yes. I have. Oh, my dates are about fucking horrible. I'm horrible. There's this one guy who was actually very kind, very nice, a fucking monster in bed. A really good guy. Really like him a lot. Super cool sense of humor. Has some fucking hobbies. Grew up here.
Oh, okay.
What?
Do you like that?
Didn't know I did.
Yeah? I find that people that grew up here resent people that moved here.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a stone cold possibility.
Yeah.
But this guy's really cool.
Yeah.
No, this guy's really cool. And he's good looking. You know what I found?
What?
I am interested in good looking guys. But
obvious. That's the
But no,
like
there's a caveat.
Like you're breaking ground here.
I know.
Like, I'm interested in attractive people. Like
I know, but there's a caveat that's important here. But if they've been good looking their whole lives, probably not.
Okay, yeah. Because then
Because
they have that ego.
they've been living on their looks their whole life. Now, if they used to be fat, chunky little trolls, and they just recently became attractive, then I'd probably dig the shit out of them because they've been having to rely on their personality their whole life, and then they became hot, and now they have that personality and they're fucking smoking hot.
Yes.
But if they have been just relying on their fucking smoking hot looks their whole life, and they're just, just cruising through life being stupid, I'm not going to have anything for them.
Well, those are the people that usually don't have any hobbies.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they have no hobbies. They have no personality because they've been cruising through looking like Brad Pitt and fucking Gwyneth Paltrow their whole life.
Yeah, my hobby is being hot.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I like to go to the beach and show everybody my beautiful body.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah, dude. I find that I'm 100% on board with that theory. That is a good theory. One of my theories too, and is I'm always interested in women that have an older brother. Because women with older brothers, the older brother taught them how to act right. Like they know how to take a teasing. They know how to
Yes.
They get.
And some of us know how to take a beating too, unfortunately.
I was gonna say they get bullied from their older brother, so they have a little bit of a they don't think that they're the shit. They know
Right.
that people can tear them down, but only children, their parents usually spoil them, and they're
they're princesses.
Yeah, fucking you need to treat me like the goddess that my parents is.
Yeah.
You're not that good.
And what's so interesting is, so I'm technically a Gen Xer.
Uh-huh.
And so the millennials, so I date a lot of millennials.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fucking weird thing.
Why?
That is so weird. They don't like talking on the phone.
I hate talking on the phone.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. They don't like talking on the phone. I don't look like a Gen Xer, though. I look like a millennial. So that's how I get stuck in this whole...
Are you on the cusp of Gen X millennial, I guess? No? Okay.
I'm a smooth Gen Xer.
Okay.
But if you look at me, I pass for a smooth millennial.
Yeah.
And so guys, when they want to date me, they're just like, well, she's clearly a millennial. And so they don't ever want to talk on the phone, which was a deal back in my day.
Yeah.
We didn't have cell phones. And they don't communicate the same. I spell things out in my texts. I don't do HBU. What the fuck?
Yeah.
How about you? Fucking spell it out, bitches.
Yeah.
My spelling is on point. I was 27th in the National Spelling Bee.
Oh, look at
my
you.
freshman year.
Little brag.
Yeah, it is a brag. I can fucking spell with the best of them. I
How
don't
come
need
that's not
fucking
on your
spell
Bumble
check.
profile?
I know, right? It should have been. So these people that are like, I can't spell without word. I'm like, I don't know how to help you. I already rank above certain people because I speak in 3 syllables sometimes. That's a thing. And so, it's been a really interesting time here. The no hobbies, the no dreams, the not showing up looking like you, the I'm going to trick somebody into thinking I look totally different when they see me in person. What the fuck? that's the time you can trick them the least. You just keep doing your thing.
So hold on, the good Bumble date that you went on, what did you do? Or was it just like...
we went out to dinner. We went and got dinner. And came back. So we went on a big, long walk. We walked to the place. We picked up the food. We came back. We watched a movie. We learned about things with each other.
Okay.
And then we just sat talking for like hours.
That's magic.
Yeah, on my patio. I have a great patio, so yeah. And then I had another one that was really good too, and it was pretty much the same because I pretty much just entertain in my area just because I can.
Yeah.
Because I get a really good patio and it's lots of air and so yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really like going out to bars and restaurants right now. It's a little weird, I don't like doing that. So I've been just doing that.
Have you been finding success on the app during all of this, like the quarantine shit? Like, are people willing to meet up?
Yeah. You've seen my profile.
Yeah. It was like, I'm having a hard time finding people like to come on the podcast because a lot of people are very, cautious, and I understand that.
Yeah.
Like, I get why, but it fucks for my podcast. But it sucks for my podcast, but I get why. So I was wondering if like. And also, there's a lot of apprehension about meeting up when you're a woman anyway,
Right.
I feel like guys are more like, yo, let's fucking meet up. I don't care. I'll go get fucking a virus. I don't care.
Guys are like, I don't care what kind of virus it is. They got lots of fucking shit to treat that now.
Wait, I might get pussy? Yeah, I'll go risk a virus. Well, it's like, if you're asymptomatic, it's really hard to fucking get anyway.
Yeah, guys are totally different. Well, first of all, I met you out and about in public first. Sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine.
And then I kind of dropped a pin for my roommate where we landed. So, like, I'm safe.
Yeah.
Like, I know where I am, and everybody else knows where I am. So that's different. I'm also kind of a small town girl, though. Yeah. I do some occasionally stupid stuff, but that's why I entertain at my place instead. I don't go to other people's places. Like when I first got to LA, I was like, sure, I'll come over to your place. What's good? And then I was like,
chunk locked.
Yeah. And then I was like, yeah, this isn't safe anymore. I don't like this. I'm not doing this. This is stupid. But I do suffer from small town girl syndrome sometimes.
A lot of times so from my perspective, I enjoy going to the other person's place a lot more just because I can leave whenever I want. Like if somebody comes to my place and I want them out, I find it hard to be like, you need to go now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel awkward kicking somebody out, like if I'm not interested in them or like I'm not like in the vibe. But if I'm at their place, I can be like, hey, nice meeting you. I'm going to go.
That's such a good point. I have this trick. God, I hope none of the people I'm dating are listening to this right now.
You don't need to reveal. You don't need to reveal your trick if you don't want to.
I do have a good trick though. Ladies, good trick coming up. If you have any mentally unstable friends, or if you don't, you should create some because they're fantastic to have, or get, because they can always have a breakdown in the middle of your thing. Yeah. Now, lucky for me...
you don't even actually need to have... you can have a friend that's like, quote unquote, mentally unstable. Be like, oh my God, my friend Daphne is fucking having a breakdown right
now. Lucky for me, I have some mentally unstable friends. So at any given point, one of my friends could easily be having a breakdown. The bummer part of it is sometimes they have a breakdown when I actually want to get laid.
Yeah.
And that creates a problem. Or sometimes they, never mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, never mind. But yeah, sometimes they have a breakdown when you actually want to get laid, and that's a real bummer.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's always a good excuse.
Yeah.
When you need one.
Yeah, I've never had to do that. I'm always just like, I'm leaving, It's like, well, do you have like a friend that needs your help? I'm like, no, I just don't.
I'm not fucking feeling this. I'm out. Bye. I think it's a little scarier for girls.
Yeah, it's definitely 100% scarier for girls. Like, and I'm also like, a big man. Like, no, I'm not easily intimidated by, like, women like that. So if I feel uncomfortable in a situation or if I don't want to be in it, I'll just fucking leave. That's like one of my favorite parts about being an adult. Yeah. Is like there are so many situations that I'll be in, like, you know, if I'm at a job that I hate, something that really calms me down is just like, I could just fucking leave if I want.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. Like, no one's making me be here.
Yeah,
like,
that's true.
I was at a yoga class, and I was hating it. And I was like, I could just leave. And then I did. Nice. Like, in the middle of it, and they're like, no one's gonna fucking, I'm not gonna see any of those people again, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I've done that before, where I've just been like, you know what, take this job and shove it.
Yeah.
I actually have done that.
See, but I have a hard time doing that with dates, though, because I don't want to be seen as, like, rude and contribute to, like, oh, men are fucking scum, you know?
Yeah. I did have a date recently where I was like, okay, I want you to leave now.
Oh, really?
I did. It was this guy who was acting like a total schmutz anyway. And so he came over late, told me he was on a temporary breakup with his girlfriend, and just wanted to fuck. And I was like, yeah, that's not really my game.
Yeah.
This isn't like a hit it and quit it sort of a deal. This is like an audition, so to speak. And you
didn't get the part.
You didn't get the part, so you're not going to win. And so, no. And he was just like, well, but, you know, I need to think about this. And I'm, you know, we're on again, off again. And I was like, yeah, but you're not going to be on again, off again this.
Yeah.
So you should leave now. And he was like, now? And I'm like, yeah, now. And he's like, but I just got here and it's like 2 a.m. And I was like, exactly. You need to fucking go. I'm tired. And I did not think this is what the situation was going to be. I'm not sure why I let you come over at 2 a.m. This is fucked up and stupid. I'm tired. Let's go.
Yeah. I feel like that guy didn't need to reveal that truth. You know, there's a way, like, it's just like, just so you know.
Right?
I'm on a break with my girlfriend. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up. Like,
yeah, I know. You could have gotten some had you just kept your fucking mouth shut. But you decided to be super honest, and I'm going to be super honest with you.
Yeah.
You're not getting any. Goodbye. Guys are so dumb. Even when they're horny, I was like, did you think that was going to get you more pussy? I don't understand.
Yeah,
the blood has clearly left your head.
I'm not, like, advocating lying, but you can... You just didn't need to say that.
Omit.
Yeah. But then there's, like, lying. But I don't know, man. It's so complicated. Like, I don't want to give advice of, like,
why
you don't...
the fuck come over?
But, yeah, like, also, my thing was, like, I don't know why you would say that. Like, unless you're specifically asking about it, like, you don't need to know that.
I was not specifically asking about it. You know what the thing was is that I was harping on him because we had matched on 2 separate apps.
Oh, I love when that happens. When I used to have, like, Tinder, Bumble, and Hinge, I would match with somebody on, like, Bumble and Hinge or something, and then I'd see them on Tinder. I'm like, let's go for the trifecta, baby. Those people I never meet in real life.
Really?
For some reason, like, whenever I match with them on multiple apps, it's like, it never works out.
I pushed him. I was like, we've matched on 2 separate apps now. We need to meet. We need to meet. Stop being a pussy and let's do this. And so I pushed him up the line, and then he was like, I'm on a break with my girlfriend. And I was like, you shouldn't be on 2 apps then, dude. Like, if you're on again, off again, you might want to be off again the apps.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand.
Well, it's also weird to be like, I'm on a break. That's like, I know we're going to get back together. You know?
Right.
Like, what if you don't? Why would you reveal that truth?
I know. Well, I haven't
It sounds
seen
like
him
I'm
since.
advocating being like a very dishonest person, and it's like, I don't know, there's just so many variables, and like, why would you say all of that? If you're feeling like you need to be with your girlfriend, or like, you're like, this is the girl for me, it's just right now, something, then you don't need to tell that to other people, I feel like. Am I wrong? Is that wrong?
It didn't work for me.
Right into the fucking podcast. datingishardcomedy@gmail.com. Let me know if I'm fucking advocating for lying. I don't know. It just seems like you don't need to reveal that.
It didn't work.
Well, we know that the result of him revealing it was that it did not work for you.
I wouldn't have revealed it. I wasn't like, yeah, I'm actually on again, off again for my boyfriend too, so let's make bad decisions together. Boom!
Yeah, that's like if you're dating multiple people at the same time, like even in the early phases, I feel like you don't need to tell that person that because I just assume that that's what everybody on an app is doing.
Right.
You know?
Yes.
Especially if it's like date number 2.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going to put all of my eggs into date number 2 into your basket.
No. If you're doing that, we should stop seeing each other.
Yeah, if you're doing that, you're fucking setting yourself up for heartbreak, I feel like. 'Cause it's so complicated now.
It is. It's a totally different world than before because, like, yeah, when do you have that talk about, are you going to still have your profile on Tinder?
Yeah.
And, like, oh, my God. That you might as well just hand somebody a fucking ring at that point. You're just like, oh, my God, are we going to be exclusive? I feel like I'm getting married. Oh, my God. All of the decisions were just made. What color is our china going to be? It's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's so scary because it's like, I feel like I need to be like triple wrapping because you know that they're sleeping with fucking 6 other people at the same time.
Yeah.
I am.
I think that because I know I'm doing that.
I'm just like, well, not 6 other people. That's a little,
That's
a little blown out of proportion. But I try to keep three hoes in the stable at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So, once my stable's full, that's it. Tinder shuts off.
Yeah.
But as soon as hoe gets out of the stable, I gotta refill that shit.
Replace that motherfucker. You can't have
I can't have an empty stable.
You can't have a 2/3 full stable.
No, does not meet the needs.
So, what are a couple things like? What would make you a great person to date? Like, why would someone be lucky to date you?
I got nothing.
I was gonna say that laugh was like, oh no.
Well, you never run out of shit to talk about. I have never once run out of stuff to talk about on my dates with people.
You'd be surprised how, and like, I'm sure it happens to you. It happens to me a bunch. You run out of shit to talk about. Somebody's like, what the fuck? What's wrong with your life? Why don't you have more shit to talk about? How are you not more interesting? You know?
Yeah, I've never ever run out of stuff to talk about. But I can always ask questions too. Like I can come up with the most interesting questions in the world because I'm a fucking actor. Like I've hosted shit. I've done stand-up comedy. Mm-hmm. I can come up with questions all day long. I'll be like, you didn't expect this one, but if you were walking a dog around the park, like I can come up with random shit all day long. They'd be like, I don't know where that fucking came from, but no, I can come up with an answer. Probably won't be interesting though.
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely spontaneous. Mm-hmm. I've got a lot of good qualities that I probably shouldn't mention on your podcast. What's your viewership? Is it more men or women? Let's see. I'm smart. I know my shit. I've got my life together. And
you have hobbies.
I have hobbies. And I speak in words that are more than 3 syllables sometimes.
There you go.
And I know what I want. Mm-hmm. I do know what I want. When I find it, I'll keep it.
Yeah.
But until then, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's, but I'm pretty clear on exactly what I want. I just have a really hard time finding it in this town.
Yeah.
So I'm really good at other things. I can't say that.
Good at things that I can't talk about right now, but if you know me...
I'm a vocalist.
Yeah.
I'm a vocalist.
So on the other end of the spectrum, what are some of your red flags that you think you put out there?
I have too much sex. I've never had an STD, not my whole entire life. Not even at my age. I've never had one. So that's
Why is that a red flag?
I said that's not a red flag.
Oh, okay.
I don't have too much sex. I'm very careful. I have one red flag that is a deep down, like, dark thing that sucks about me. Oh, I probably have more than that, but there's one I know about. Like, I have, like, an abandonment issue. If you like, touch on that too much, without giving me fair warning, like, it'll toss me for a loop.
Yeah.
So I'm very aware of my shit, though.
That's good.
So I'm pretty good at controlling it, because I'm very aware of it. I'm very direct. That can be a red flag for some people and not a red flag for others. Some people really like it. Some people really hate it.
Yeah.
But I'll pretty much tell you where I stand. I don't play those games where people are like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. And they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing.
Deep down, you're like writing.
And then I'm sitting there going, son
writing
of a
a
bitch.
suicide
Yeah,
note.
exactly. I'm son of a bitch. You said this. You said that. You did this. You did that. And the first time you fucking look at me wrong, I'm going to come unfucking glued. That doesn't happen because I'll just sit there and go, well, you said that and it pissed me off.
Yeah.
Ding. I'm really good at saying I'm sorry and apologizing. I just went to the good things.
Yeah,
I didn't go to the red flags. Red flags.
No, I mean, the direct thing, like, I could see how people might think that's like a red flag. If they're not used to it and they find it abrasive, I could see how people would be like, no,
I try to be
fucking...
tactful. I do try to be tactful, but I can be direct.
Some people can't handle that, though, you know?
Yeah.
Like, one of my red flags is I'm very bad at saying sorry. Like, I hate saying sorry, man.
I'm really good at it.
It takes a lot for me to do it. Oh
yeah, no, I'm the first person to say I'm fucked it up. I'm sorry. I was wrong. What can I do to make it better?
Yeah.
I'm not huge at confrontation. Like, I don't get into screaming matches. I don't get into fights with people. I will simply say, this is what you did to upset me. This is what I'd like you to do different next time, if you wouldn't mind. And this is what I did to fuck up. This is what I think I can do better next time. What would you like me to do better next time? This is what I can or can't do with that. And let's be done with it.
Yeah.
I don't hold on to shit all day. I will not, you'll never hear Melissa ruined a day because you got into that fight.
Yeah. I
don't do that. Life is too short. I've died twice. I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah.
So I don't play games. I don't
fucking play games.
I don't fucking play games. I don't have time for that shit.
All right.
Life's too short.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you the last two questions
that I
ask everybody on this podcast.
Okay.
This one's a new one that I've been asking everybody. Who is a celebrity that you think would be in your league if they weren't a celebrity? The hottest one that you could get. They'll be like Dr. Phil or some shit. Like the hottest celebrity that you think that you could get with if they didn't have the celebrity and all that shit behind them. Because, there's celebrities that you're like, how are you, like, famous? There's so many attractive people, and then it's like...
Wow, I have never thought of that.
Here's a new question for you, in case you run out of shit to talk about on a date.
Yeah, right? Who would that be? Probably... Ooh...
It's a thinker.
It is a thinker. Who's that guy who just got in trouble for texting all those underage chicks?
Crystalia?
Oh, no, not him. Probably like, Bert Kreischer or something.
Bert Kreischer, the machine, baby.
Yeah, that's probably who I would... He'd be like the hottest guy I could get with. I hope I could do better than Bert, but...
I think you could do better than Bert.
Who's that other guy who got in trouble for texting? It wasn't McDreamy. Who was that other guy who got in trouble for texting all those underage chicks?
The only one that I know of right now is Crystalia.
Crystalia, but no, not him. He's a comedian. I'm talking about the actor who got in trouble for... why can't I think of his name?
What was he in? I'm not editing any of this out. This is part of the investment. People are screaming right now.
I know, right?
It's like, it's fucking this guy.
Texting underage girl. We're Googling it right now.
Yeah, we're getting to the bottom of this.
All right, here
This
we
is
go.
the guy that's for you, though.
Right?
You're like, who is the hottest celebrity that I could get with? This guy that got in trouble for
James Franco.
Oh, James Franco. That was a while ago.
It was. But he might be one.
Is that who you were talking about?
Yeah, that's who I was talking about.
Yeah, I feel like that happened a long time. That was like when Chat Roulette was popular.
Yeah.
Chatterbait's just a porn site.
Yeah. But he's one that like I could probably hook up with if he wasn't famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he texts underage girls all the time. He's an easy target. I could be like, I have no gag reflex, and he'd be like, whoosh, like fucking moth to a flame.
Easy target.
Yeah, I could win him over real quick.
All right. Last question before we wrap everything
Yes.
up. What's one piece of advice that you'd give everybody listening about dating?
Whew. If you're serious about dating, if you're truly serious about it, write down in a notebook what your deal breakers are and what the things that you truly want are. And write them down in a list in a notebook. Because what happens is when we go on those dates and you see those bright blue eyes or that tight ass, shit flies out of your head like crazy. And all of a sudden those deal breakers become not so deal breaky. And all of a sudden that addiction that you would never fucking put up with in the real world just kind of becomes, well, but he's hot.
He's only sort of addicted to heroin.
Exactly. I mean, is it really that bad for him to be addicted to meth? And so if you have it in writing, it's a lot easier to really hold to your fucking guns than it is if you just try to keep it in your head, because you will move your fucking gold chains. Those you'll move them. Goalposts.
Yeah.
You'll move your goalposts every time. As soon as you see how cute he is or how charming he is, you will move them. So
Yeah.
don't do that. Write it down. This goes for guys too. Write it down and then stick to it. Because those deal breakers are real deal breakers, and they're deal breakers for a reason.
Yeah.
And don't let that tight ass or those beautiful blue eyes make you move on your deal breakers, because you've thought through those. And it's okay to change them sometimes, but don't change them based on a person. Change them based on your feelings.
Yeah. There you go.
So that's how I feel about that.
Melissa, thank you so much for doing the show. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
There you have it, everybody. That was my chat with Melissa. I hope you all enjoyed it. I certainly did. It was great to get back into the swing of things. I'm so happy that this is starting to pick up again before the inevitable second shutdown. So I'm going to try and jam in as many of these recordings as possible because I love doing this show. If you want more information about the show, go to datingishardcomedy.com. Follow the Instagram at datingishardcomedy. You can follow me on Instagram at Joe Welkie. If you want to contact the show, it's datingishardcomedy@gmail.com, or just go to the website. There's a contact page there. Please like, share, subscribe, rate and review. Give this 5 stars. Please, they're at 89. At the time of this recording, we're at 89. I would love to get to 100. That'd be awesome if we could get to 100 5-star ratings. That'd be dope as hell. So please do that. And until next time, guys, later.